All right. Like I said, I'm Eric Richards. I am a classroom teacher. I teach German in the St. Louis area in O'Fallon, Missouri, which is a suburb of St. Louis. Gosh, I don't even want to tell you, but I think I'm going on my 21st year in the classroom starting this year coming up. I can't believe it's been that long. If you ask my colleagues, they probably still think I'm like in my early 20s the way I act sometimes. But we have a lot of fun. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been an adventure over these last 20 years or so in the classroom. And I'm excited to be here with you today. I just want to take a second and thank you for taking the time to be here with me today. I love these. I think it says so much about who you are as a person and as an educator to take time out of your summer and be with you and just continue journey of growth. This is great. So I thank you. So thank you for your time for being here. All right. If you have any other questions for me, I can share. You can always contact me or we can chat afterwards just to ask. But in the meantime, here, we'll go ahead and we will get started. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. And let's see. Is everyone seeing the welcome screen? Are we all seeing the welcome screen? All
Yeah.
right. Got some thumbs up. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to say welcome. In here, just a second, I am going to need a few volunteers to be in my classroom. Okay. Just kind of give you an outline. It was 7 to 10 volunteers. It really can be more. It can be as many who want to be in the class. That's fine. Prefer not too many less, but 7 to 10 or more does not matter. If you consider being a volunteer and being in the classroom, I do need your camera on and your mics on. And preferably if your name is in your Zoom box, that'd be great. If not, that's not the biggest deal. But just so I want you to know, as you consider, just relax. This is going to be fun. Everyone's going to do great. So I just want everyone to have fun. So at this time here, to give you guys just 1 minute to think about if you want to be a volunteer, and then we'll take our volunteers. I do want to just make one quick note that if you are not familiar with VOCES, I'm going to let the VOCES team, they can talk about this. Everything that I'm doing here is in VOCES. Just because you're seeing my slideshow presentation, I just did that today for our purposes here online. But I just wanted to show you everything that I'm going to do is already there. It's all in the resources. You don't have to remake anything. And I just wanted to be extra clear on that you don't have to remake anything. So it's all there in VOCES. And those were screenshots coming from the VOCES German program. Just so you know, I don't want anyone walk away and say, oh, I have to come up with all this. No, it's all right there. Okay, at this time, let's see, go ahead and look for some participants. Do I have participants? Let's put it this way. I guess if you want to be a participant, keep your camera on, turn on your mic, and if you do not want to be a participant, please turn your camera off and mute yourself. And also, as you guys think about participants, it'd be great if you do not know German or not too familiar. If you do, that's great. You can also be part of the class, but it'd be also great to have some people that are not familiar with German. So, all right, here I'm checking out the volunteer list. All right. Again, cameras on if you want to be a student. Mics on, please. And other than that, please, if you'd not like to be one, please turn off your cameras and your mics. Thank you. All right, looks like we're ready. All right, I got a classroom, and if we go on and you want to join in, jump in at any point. Love to have you. All right, are we all ready? Are we good? I think we got through all the back stuff. Are we good? Can everyone give me a thumbs up to show me that you're ready? Can everyone give me a thumbs up? All right, I am seeing thumbs up. Good. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and we are going to get started. All right, here we go. Willkommen, Klasse. I'm so excited that you are here today. And I thank you for your participation and attention. You're going to do great. We're going to have a wonderful class. It's going to be a lot of fun. To get us started today, we're going to do some actions and gestures to learn the meanings of some structures and vocabulary in German. And don't worry, you don't need to say anything right now. We're going to gesture and I'm going to walk you through it. I'm always here to help and support you. And you're going to do great, so no worries. We're just going to relax and enjoy some German. After that, we'll take a little time to get to know each other, through some questions, and we'll do a little reading at the end. So we're going to go ahead and let's jump in class here. Okay, class. First, ich habe. Ich habe. And ich habe means I have. I have. And our gesture for ich habe is we are going to take our hands and we're going to put them together like that. Can you hands and put your hand together like that? Like you have something. You have it right there. Something precious. Perfect. So ich habe. Ich habe, meaning I have. Good. Okay. Ich habe. Sehr gut, Klasse. Sehr gut. All right. And don't worry, we'll be recycling these quite a bit. So as we move on back. All right, let's try another one. We're going to use our same one, hot, the hot. However, we're going to take a moment to look at our class, find one of our classmates, and we're going to point. We're going to point at our classmate, the hot. Z meaning she has. Can you guys show me the hot? We're just gonna the hot. Good. She has the hot. And one more time. Can you show me the hot? The hot. Good. Perfect. Sehr gut. Sehr gut. All right. Let's go back to ich habe. What is ich habe? Can you show me ich habe? I have. I have. We have something very precious in our hands here. Sehr gut, Klasse. Ich habe sie hat. Sehr gut. And we're going to do one more here. We're going to do one more here. And the word is kein. And that means it's no, it's not one. It's a negation in German. So for kein, we're going to say kein, like no, kein. Can you guys show me kein? Can you show me kein? We're kein, kein. Sehr gut. Meaning no, not one. A negation. Great. All right. Here we go. Ich habe. I'm going to say ich habe. Can you guys show me ich habe? Can you show me ich habe? What do we do when I say ich habe? Can anyone tell me what ich habe means? Ich habe.
I
You can
have.
just yell.
I have.
I have. Sehr gut, Klasse. Sehr gut. Ich habe. Gut. Can you show me sie hat? Sie hat. Good. Sie hat. And can someone tell me what sie hat means? Can you guys tell me what sie hat
She
means?
has.
She has.
She
Sehr gut. Perfect. Perfect. Und kein. Can you show me kein? Kein. Sehr gut, Klasse. Sehr gut, Klasse. Kein. And what does kein mean?
No.
Just yell it out. It's okay.
No one.
No, negation, not one. Very good. I'm saying it's not one. Sehr gut. Perfect, Klasse. All right, du bist dran. It's your turn. I'm going to go ahead this time. I am just going to say the structure. And can you just show me the gesture? Just show me the gesture. I'm going to say it. If you're unsure, we'll help you out. Don't worry about that. All right, so I'm going to say our first one. Ich habe, and I'm not going to do it. I just want to see if you guys can do it. Can you show me ich habe? Ich habe. Sehr gut. Ich habe. Perfect. Gut. All right. Can you show me sie hat? Sie hat? Oh, perfekt. Mann, das ist eine gute Klasse. Eine sehr gute Klasse. Gut. Sie hat. Gut. And can you show me kein? Can you show me kein? No, not one. Asian. Perfect. Good. Kein. Sehr gut. Sehr gut. Sehr gut, Klasse. Ich bin beeindruckt. I'm impressed. All right. Are we feeling good? Want to try a few more? We feeling good? Can you give me a head nod or a ja? Can you give me a ja?
Yeah.
Ja?
Yeah.
Gut, ja. Sehr
Yeah,
gut, sehr
please.
gut. Good. Okay. Ich brauche, it's going to be our next one. And ich brauche means I need. Ich brauche means I need. And what we're going to do for ich brauche is we're just going to take our hand, kind of like a hook. We're going to say ich brauche. Just like I need it. I need it right here. Like right here, I need it. Ich brauche. Ich brauche. Gut. Show me ich brauche. One more time. Ich brauche. One more time. Sehr gut. I need. Again, it's like I need it right here. I'm sorry, did someone have a question? Okay, we'll keep going then. It's going to be the same as what we did with hot. We're going to find our classmate. We're going to point, and we're just going to say sie braucht. Sie braucht.
Sie brauchen.
Sehr gut. Sehr gut. Sie braucht. And that means
Sie
she needs. Sie braucht. She needs. She needs. Good. All right. Let's go back to ich brauche. Ich brauche,
Ich
which
brauche.
means I
Sie
need.
brauchen.
I need. Und sie braucht. Und
Sie
sie braucht means she needs.
brauchen.
Okay, let's do one more here.
braucht.
Be good. Ein Heft. Ein Heft. A heft is a notebook.
Ein
Heft
Heft.
is a notebook. So what we're going to do, and then we're going to write in it. A heft. Ein
Ein
Heft.
Heft.
Let's
Ein
just
Heft.
open up our heft and we're writing in it. A
Ein
notebook.
Heft.
Heft.
Ein Heft. Ein
Heft is a notebook. Sehr gut. Sehr gut. All right. Are we feeling all right? All right, go ahead and take a look at these. Ich brauche, brauche.
Brauche.
Can you guys show me ich brauche?
Ich
Can
brauche.
you show me ich brauche?
Ich brauche.
Okay. Can someone tell me what ich brauche means? Can
I
someone tell
need.
me what ich brauche
I need.
means?
I need.
I need. Perfect. Good. All right. Can you show me? Perfect. Can you show me sie braucht?
Sie
Sie
braucht.
braucht? And what does that
Sie
mean? What does that
braucht.
mean? Sie braucht.
Sie needs.
She needs.
She.
Sie braucht.
Perfect. Sehr gut. Ein Heft. Can you show me ein Heft?
Ein Heft.
Ein Heft. Sehr gut. Ein Heft. Good. And what does ein Heft mean? And what does ein Heft mean?
A notebook.
A notebook. Perfect. Good. All right. So ich brauche, sie braucht, she needs, und ein Heft, a notebook. All right. Same thing. Du bist dran. It's your turn. I'm just going to say the
Break it up.
structure. And can you just show me the gesture? Can you just show me here? So I'm going to start with ich brauche. Ich brauche. Can you show me ich brauche? Good. I need. Ich brauche. Sehr gut. Can you show me sie braucht?
Ich
Sie
braucht.
braucht.
Ich braucht.
Sie. Gut. And that means what? What does sie braucht mean?
She
She
needs.
needs.
Perfect. And our last one. Can you show me heft? Can you show me heft?
Ein Heft. Ein
Oh,
Heft.
you guys are great. Ein Heft. Sehr gut. Fantastisch. Sehr gut. And what is ein Heft? And what is a heft?
A notebook.
A notebook.
Notebook. All right. Now we're going to try to put them all together now. All right. So let's go back to our very first one. Ich habe. Can you show me ich habe? Can you show me ich habe? What do we do for ich
habe.
habe?
I
Good.
have.
And what is ich?
Habe.
I have.
I
Sehr gut.
need.
Ich habe.
I have. I have.
Good. Sehr gut. And can you show me sie hat? Sie hat?
Sie hat.
And what does that mean, sie hat?
Sie hat.
She has.
Perfect. How about kind? Kind. Can you show me kind? Kind. No, not
Kind.
one negation. Good.
Kind.
All right. And let's try our last three here. Ich brauche. Can you show me ich brauche?
Ich brauche.
Ich brauche.
Yeah, what does that mean? Ich brauche.
I
I
need.
need.
I need.
Perfect. I need. Need. Good. Brauche. Can you show me sie braucht? Sie braucht.
Sie braucht.
Yeah, what does that mean? Sie braucht.
She
She
needs.
needs.
She needs.
Perfect. And our last one, can you show me heft? Heft.
Ein Heft.
And was ist dein Heft?
A
A
notebook.
notebook.
Oh my gosh, klatschen. Sehr gut. Sehr gut, klasse. We're feeling all right? Good. All right, ready to move on a little bit. Okay, we're gonna keep moving on. And we're gonna move into some questions here. But before I do, Justin, Erica, did you want to jump in or did you want me to keep going?
I think you're on a roll, Eric. I say go right ahead.
Cool.
There are a couple questions that we can come back to in a bit. But actually, let me ask you one of them. I've started typing an answer, but there could be a variety. So when we're helpfully using another shared language, in this case English, to clarify meaning or establish meaning, do you have any strategies that you like to use with or for students who may be in your class who aren't English speakers or aren't strong English speakers?
Yeah, that's great. Great question. Yes, I try to I will try to use prompts or pictures as much as I can in class also with my students. And so if I can find a picture or maybe I have a quick prop to show them, katsa or something when we don't have a shared language, or there might be not as strong in English language. So I try to use pictures quite a bit, props. I will use gestures, act things out, and do what we need to do to try to make it as comprehensible for the students as we can.
That's great, Eric. Thanks.
So, and I will give you one more quick thing here while talking. I love I have. Those are suggestions as far as people always ask me about gestures. Just some things too. I do use American Sign Language gestures quite a bit. Like I need, ich brauche, that's actually American Sign Language, and you'll see that sometimes I make them up too. So I just wanted to give you a quick background as far as what are these
just have to-
gesturings that I'm using? So okay, great. Anything else? Are we ready to keep moving?
Thanks, Eric. Carry on.
Perfect. Okay. All right, class. Everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's feeling good. Now we're going to take a moment. I'm going to ask you a few questions auf Deutsch in German. And I don't want you to worry. Everyone's going to do fine. Most of these questions are really just yes or no questions, or maybe a one-word answer. And so no, there's no stress. If you'd like to try and answer a response, that's fine. You may do so. I'm here. Otherwise, just do what you can, what you're comfortable with. And if I ask you something directly and you're not ready, that's fine. Tell me and I'm going to move on. It's okay. So just relax, enjoy yourself, and you're all going to do fantastisch. All right. Give me a thumbs up if we're ready. Are we ready? Are we ready? Can I see a thumbs up? All right, perfect. Okay. By the way, this is just another screenshot from Voces to show you that, again, everything that you need is in Voces and you don't have to recreate anything. Okay, before we get started here, I just want to bring your attention to a couple. In the teacher talk is I don't have my board with lines and question words. So I just wanted to bring your attention here on the slide. So you'll see me and I'll point at these. You'll hear me say ja, which means yes. And again, I'm just trying to draw your eyes to where we're at. Nein, which means no. And then just a couple of question words.
Nein.
Was.
Yeah.
I mean what? And wer. And you'll see me circle my face for wer, meaning who, because this is how we kind of recognize each other, who, wer. So you see me circling my face with wer. But that's okay. I will be pointing at those and drawing you back. I just wanted to give you guys a little background so to draw your eyes. All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, Klasse. Guten Morgen. And I'm going to say guten Morgen because it's still morning my time. All right. Hallo, Klasse. Hello, guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Wie geht es
Guten
euch?
Morgen.
How's everyone doing? Gut? Is everyone doing good?
Sehr gut. Gut.
Sehr good.
Sehr
Good. Okay, Klasse.
Very.
All right, Klasse. Claudia. Claudia?
Ja,
Ja, gut. Wie geht
Ja.
es dir? Gut?
es geht sehr gut, danke schön.
So, Claudia, kann schon ein bisschen Deutsch. Gut. Claudia, okay, Klasse. Das ist Claudia. Klasse sagt, hallo, Claudia.
Hallo,
Class
Claudia.
sagt, say, hello, Claudia.
Hallo,
Ja,
Hallo,
Claudia.
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 Sehr
Ja.
gut. Claudia,
Morgen.
sag, hallo, Klasse. Say,
Hallo, Klasse.
hello, Class. Sehr gut. Danke, Claudia. Und das ist Claudia. Tanja, gut, wie geht es dir? Gut, gut.
Sehr
Tanja? Gut. Okay, Klasse. Und Klasse, das ist Tanja.
Das ist
Tanja, sag hallo, Klasse. Say hello, class. Tanja sagt
Hallo,
hallo,
Klasse.
Klasse.
Hello,
Gut, Klasse sagt, say
Da.
hello, Tanja.
Hallo, Tanja.
Hello, Tanja.
Hallo, Tanja.
Hello, Tanja.
Sehr good, Klasse. And one more. All right. Let's see. Robin. Good. Hello, Robin.
Gut.
Gut.
Hallo.
Es geht dir gut.
Hello.
Hallo, Robin.
You broke
Sehr
up. I
gut.
didn't hear the
Guten
question.
Morgen, Robin.
Guten Morgen.
Klasse, das ist Robin. Klasse,
Ist Robin.
sagt hallo, Robin.
Hallo, Robin.
Hallo, Robin.
Sehr gut.
Hallo.
Und Robin sagt
Hallo,
hallo,
Klasse.
Klasse. Sehr gut. Okay,
That's
Klasse, I'm going to ask you a question here. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm pointing at Claudia here. I know you can't see me here as well, but I'm pointing at Claudia, and we're going to respond with this ja or nein. Ja oder nein. Good. Okay, so your first question is, Klasse, ist das Claudia? And I'm pointing at Claudia. So what are we going to say, Klasse? Ist das Claudia?
Ja.
Ja.
Yeah, das ist Claudia. Very
Okay.
good. And Klasse, I'm pointing at Tanja. Tanja, Klasse, ist das ja oder nein?
Ja, das
Ist,
ist.
You broke up.
Yeah.
Say it again.
You broke up
das
with the name.
Tanja? Ist das Tanja?
Ja,
Oh,
das,
sorry. Is
Ja.
is das Tanja? I'm pointing at Tanja. Ist das
Ja.
Tanja?
Yeah.
ist Tanja.
Ja. Sehr
Ja,
gut.
ja.
Das ist Tanja. Good. And I am pointing at Robin. Okay. Ist das Robin? Ist das Robin?
Ja, das ist
Klasse?
Yeah.
das ist Robin. Sehr gut. Sehr gut, Klasse. Okay, gut. And I'll get to some more people here as we go on. All right, Klasse, sehr gut. I'm going to ask you a few more questions. I'm going to ask you the question, hast du. Can you see, what does hast du mean? What does hast
Hast
du
du.
mean?
You
Hast
have.
have.
You have.
Do you have hast du? Hast du. Do you have?
Hast du.
Good.
Hast
And
du.
perfect.
Hast
And
du.
ich habe. I have. Very good. Okay, let's come down here to the bottom here. Sie hat. Do we remember sie hat? What is sie hat? What does that mean? Sie hat.
He has.
Sie
has.
has.
Good. What do you
Sie
think this
has.
air means? Let's take a look right here. Air hot. What does air hot
Means
mean?
he.
He has. Good. Air hot. Good. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Klasse. Good. Let's see. Laura. Hello, Laura.
Hallo,
Hello, Klasse. Sag.
hallo
Say
Klasse.
hello, Laura.
Hallo,
Hello,
Lo.
Laura.
Danke.
Hallo Klasse.
Laura. Ich habe eine Frage. I have a question, a Frage, ja? Ich habe eine Frage. Okay. Hast du eine Katze? Hast du eine Katze? But before you answer, I'm going to ask the class, what did I just ask Laura?
Du.
Do you
Hast
have a cat?
du,
Do you have a cat?
do you have a
Cat.
cat? Very good. Hast du eine Katze? Laura, ja oder nein? Hast du
Nein.
eine Katze? Ja oder nein?
Nein.
Ja, ich habe viele Katze.
Oh, du hast viele Katze, so du hast eine Katze, ja? Okay. Laura, we're just gonna pick one, okay? We're just gonna pick one of your cats, okay? So du hast eine Katze, ja?
Ja,
Ja? Und ist die Katze groß? Groß. Oder ist die Katze klein? Klein. Before you answer,
Groß oder klein?
what do you think groß means? When I'm like, groß, is it
big
groß?
Big.
or
Is
little.
it
Big, large,
big? And what is
gigantic.
klein? What is, yeah, what is
Little.
Small,
klein?
Klein
little.
is big.
Die Käthe ist
Gut.
way too many.
Okay,
Das
so
ist
Laura, du hast eine Katze, ja? Du hast eine
Ja.
Katze. Dann ist die Katze groß, groß oder klein? Oder klein?
Die Katze ist klein. Klein.
Klein, good, klein, good, good. All right, what I'm going to do here is I will write those so you can see those. Groß und klein. Okay, so maybe it'll help us if we see in groß und klein. Groß und klein.
groß, klein.
Sehr gut, sehr gut. Okay, du hast Katze. Und Laura, wie heißt die Katze? Wie heißt, I'm going to write that down, means, like we're asking the name of the cat.
Die
Wie
heißt Chip.
heißt, okay? You could just say the name, that's great. And I'll put that up there so you can, oh, maybe a little blurry here. Wie, oh, maybe it'll come in
Die
focus.
heißt Chip.
Yeah, okay, so klar. Das ist Laura, ja. Und Laura hat eine Katze, ja. Und die Katze heißt, it's named Chip, ja. Sehr
Ja.
gut. Und Chip ist klein? Chip ist klein?
Chip
Chip
ist
ist
ein bisschen klein.
a little bit small. Sehr gut. Sehr gut. Danke, Laura, danke. All right. Deborah. Deborah, hello, Deborah. Hello, Deborah. Or I think you're muted, Deborah. Deborah, I think you're muted. Okay.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen, Deborah. Hallo, hallo. Gut. Klasse, das ist Deborah. Klasse, sag. Hallo, Deborah.
Hello,
Hallo,
Deborah.
Professor.
Hallo. Gut. Okay. Deborah, ich habe eine Frage. I have a question. Hast du einen Hund? Hast du einen Hund? Wow,
Nein,
wow. Ja oder nein?
nein.
Nein.
9. Okay, so Deborah,
Das ist so wenig.
du hast keinen Hund. Du hast keinen
Rephrase.
Hund. Ja, keinen Hund. Okay. Deborah, du eine Katze? Hast du eine Katze?
No, nein, nein.
Nein. Nein, sehr gut. Okay. So, Klasse, das ist interessant. Deborah hat keine Katze und keinen Hund. Aber Laura hat eine Katze, ja? Yeah. Good. All right, try one more. Is it you pronounce that? So I get that correct?
He's very cute.
Is it Rocio? Am I mispronouncing it?
Yeah,
I apologize.
I'm sorry. You broke up when you said my name. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They're working on the internet today.
Yeah, that's
Of course.
okay.
Rocio, is it Rocio? Would that be the correct
Rocio.
pronunciation? Rocio.
Rocio.
Good. Rocio. Okay. Hello, Rocio. Hello, Rocio.
Hallo. Wie geht's?
Hallo. Oh, es geht mir gut, danke. Hey, Klasse sagt Hallo, Rocio.
Hallo,
Hallo,
Rosi.
Rocio.
Gut.
Rocio.
Okay. Rocio, I'm going to ask you a question. Ich habe eine Frage. Ich habe eine Frage, a question. Hast du eine Katze? Hast du eine Katze?
Ja, ich habe eine Katze und ich
Oh, du
habe
hast ein...
drei Hunde.
Oh, das ist interessant. Katze, ja, eine Katze.
Aha.
Du hast 3. 1,
Drei Hunde.
2, 3 Hunde? Du hast
Ja.
3 Hunde? Gut. Okay. Let's go back to the cat. Ist die Katze groß oder klein? Ist die Katze... I'm gonna get this right. I don't know what it's called.
Ja,
Groß oder klein? Ist die Katze,
die Katze ist
Katze
groß.
groß?
Ja,
Ist
groß.
groß, sehr gut.
Mhm.
Und wie heißt... It's gonna work. Wie heißt... What is the cat's name? Wie heißt die Katze? Wie heißt die Katze?
Er heißt Boss.
Boss, gut, Boss. Okay, so das ist
Ja.
interessant, Klasse. Laura hat eine Katze, ja. Chip und Rocio hat eine Katze. Boss. Interessant. Danke, danke. Okay, I'm going to ask the whole class now, so just raise your hand. Klasse, wer, if we right where my cursor's at, if you can see that, who, wer hat eine Katze? Just raise your hand if you have a cat. Wer hat eine Katze? Oh, das ist interessant, ja. Tanja hat eine Katze, Rocio, Raden hat eine Katze. Gut. Und again, Klasse, wer, wer hat einen Hund? Einen Hund. Wer hat einen Hund? Oh, interessant, sehr gut, sehr gut. Klasse, sehr gut. Okay. Klasse, you're great. Stay with me here. All right, Klasse. Okay, ein Heft. Can you show me ein Heft? Can you show me our gestures for ein Heft? Ein Heft? What do we do for ein Heft? Good. And what is ein Heft?
A notebook.
Perfekt, Klasse, sehr gut. So das ist ein Heft. Gut. Okay, Klasse. Und ein Kuli. Und ein Kuli. Was ist das? Was ist ein Kuli? Was ist ein Kuli?
A pen.
A pen.
Tell by the pictures or what I'm holding up. Was ist ein Kuli? It's a
Pen.
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 Sehr gut. Sehr gut, Klasse. So das hier ist ein Heft. Und das hier ist ein Kuli. Das hier ist ein Kuli, ja? Okay,
Ja.
gut. Okay, Klasse. Was ist das? Was ist das? Was
Ein
ist das,
Heft.
Klasse? You can
Ein
just yell
Heft.
out. Was ist das?
Ein Heft.
Das
Ein
ist ein Heft.
Heft.
Sehr gut. Das ist ein Heft. Und Klasse, was ist das? Was ist das?
Das ist ein Kuli.
Das ist
Ein
ein
Kuli.
Kuli. Gut. Klasse, ist das ein Kuli? Ja oder nein? Ja oder nein?
Nein.
Ist das ein Kuli?
Nein.
Nein. Nein. Das ist ein Heft. Sehr gut. Ist das ein Kuli? Ja.
Ja,
Ist das ein Kuli?
Ja.
Ja oder nein?
Ja.
Ja.
Sehr gut. Okay, Klasse. Ist das hier ein Hund?
Nein.
Nein.
Ist ein Katz.
Wow, wow. Wow. Ist das ein Hund? Wow, wow.
Nein.
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 Das ist
Nein.
kein Hund. Das ist kein Hund. Das ist eine Katze. Das ist eine Katze.
Eine
Warte,
Katze.
ist das ein Hund? Ist
Ja,
das ein
das
Hund?
Ja.
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 Ja oder nein? Ist das ein Hund?
Ja.
Ja, das ist ein Hund. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Ist das eine Katze? Ist das eine Katze?
Nein.
Ist
Nein.
das eine Katze? Nein, das ist
Das ist
keine Katze. Keine. Das
Ja.
ist ein Hund. Das ist ein Hund. Gut. Sehr gut, Klasse. Okay. Hang with me just a little bit more. We're almost there. Everyone doing good? Ja? Wie geht es
Ja.
euch allen gut? Everyone doing good? Good.
Ja.
All right. Brauchst du? You're going to hear me ask this question. Brauchst du? Brauchst du? Do you need? Brauchst du? Do you need? And ich brauche. I need. Ich brauche. Gut.
Ja.
Then let's go back to our gestures. Sie braucht. What does that mean? Sie
She
braucht.
needs. She has.
He needs.
She needs. Sehr gut. So what do you think this er means? What do you think this er means? Er
He.
braucht.
He.
Needs. All right. See.
He.
Gut. All right. Gut. All right. Ein Heft und ein Heft und ein Kuli, ja? So das ist ein Kuli und das ist ein Heft. Okay. Let's see. Emanuela. Is it Emanuela? Is that correct? Oh, I think you're muted, Emanuela. Okay. Hi. Hello, Is it Emanuela? Am I saying that correctly?
Emanuela.
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 Hallo.
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 Hallo. Klasse sagt. Hallo, Emanuela.
Hallo, Manuela.
Hello,
Manuela.
Manuela.
Sehr gut. Sehr gut. Okay. Emanuela, das ist dein Heft, ja? Ja?
Ja.
Jetzt ist dein Heft. Okay, Emanuela. Brauchst du, do you need ein Heft, and then I'm going to add für die Schule, but I don't want you to answer me just yet. I just want you to listen to that question one more time. Brauchst du ein Heft für die Schule? Don't phrase mean für die Schule, Klasse. Can the whole class help me out there? Für die Schule, what does that
For,
mean?
for school.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's
Now,
cool.
what did I just ask Emanuela, class? I just asked Emanuela, brauchst du ein Heft für die Schule? Can you help me out? What did I just ask
If she
Emanuela?
needs a
Do
notebook
you
for
need
school.
a notebook for school?
Perfect. Gut. All right, Emanuela, was denkst du? What do you think? Brauchst du ein Heft für die Schule? Ja oder nein? Ja oder nein?
Ja. Ja.
Ah, okay, ja, gut. Und Laura, was denkst du? What do you think? Brauchst du einen Kuli für die Schule? Ja oder nein? Ja oder nein? Brauchst du einen Kuli für die Schule? Ja oder nein?
Ja, ich brauche eine Kuli für die Schule.
Oh, sehr gut, perfekt. Ja, so
Aber
du
ich
brauchst
habe
ein
ein.
Heft und einen Kuli für die Schule. Sehr gut. Okay, Deborah, hallo.
Hallo.
Deborah, was denkst du? Brauchst du eine Katze für die Schule? Brauchst du eine Katze für die Schule? Ja oder nein?
Nein, nein.
Nein, ja. Du brauchst keine Katze für die Schule, aber du brauchst ein Heft für die Schule und du brauchst
Ja.
einen Kuli für die Schule. Ja,
Ja.
sehr gut.
Ja.
Meine Klasse ist sehr intelligent. Ihr seid, you all are intelligent. Sehr gut. Ich bin beeindruckt. Fantastisch. Sehr gut. Fantastisch. Gut. All right. Go ahead. how's everyone feeling? We feeling okay? Are we getting we feel okay? We're not overwhelmed? Everyone feeling okay? Can you give me a thumbs up? Let me know how we're doing. Yay, nay?
Excelente.
Excelente. All right.
I love it, Eric.
Bom.
I love it. Can we do a quick quick time out and I'll check in with our group of observers.
Perfect.
I'm really enjoying witnessing the class and the superb interaction with the students as well. I want to, before we dive into how Eric transitions from this into reading the story from the Voces curriculum, unsere Geschichten, that this has all been building up to. It, of course, hasn't been just so that students can read some story. There have been other purposes, right, of making the language clear, of building community, and so on. And so I want to ask you all, I'm gonna put the questions in the chat here. They're not so much questions, it's just prompts. I want us to think about, and I want folks to share in the chat, what are some things that Eric did, and wait until I say go, which I'll do by putting the written version of these questions in the chat. What are some things during the class so far that Eric has done in order to build community, like a classroom culture? What are some things he's done to make the meaning of the target language words and expressions? And what are some things that Eric has done to prompt some interaction with students? And sort of a final caveat for this, there might be things that you personally have done differently or would do differently. There might be things that Eric himself sometimes does differently or that I might sometimes do differently. That kind of discussion could take us really far afield. So let's stay focused on those very things, the things that Eric has done in here. I'll go ahead and hit enter so that you can see that same prompt and just share some things that come to mind for you. You don't even have to say which of those three things you're specifically responding to, but throw in some ways that he has built community, made meaning clear, and created some interaction. Yeah, I see really positive and interesting interaction, lots of repetition and specific repetition in different modes or different ways. So spoken, written, in interaction or in presentation. Again, lots of repetition of the words using visuals, right? He had both textual visuals and pictures of dog and cat, notebook, pen. Yeah, Eric spoke very slowly and enunciated. I'm especially impressed that even in this online setting where we don't have the benefit of necessarily great audio and being able to see every piece of body language and so on, that Eric was able to speak so slowly and clearly. He used props. He asked questions, both personal ones and linguistic ones, like what does such and such mean? He involved students both systematically, like going through one by one in the greetings, and also kind of randomly, whether that was calling on students or allowing for students to contribute. Yeah, he created community by asking names and doing greetings, writing things out. So he had written versions of most of the words on the board. He smiled, yeah. Eye contact, listened well, which again is especially impressive in this setting. And I'm really impressed and encouraged that given how understandable and smooth it went and has gone so far, even in this setting, how well that would transfer to a live class. Yeah, so he did a little bit of recasting. So when it was clear that someone was trying to say a certain thing, Eric phrased it in a way that that clarified for the entire class and gave that particular learner language that they could use to say that thing. Lots of positive encouragement, lots of comprehension checks, like, class, what did I just say? Lovely. And Manuela points out that she was like a tardy student, but Eric made sure to work her right in and make her feel like she belonged. And yeah, gestures, excellent gestures, really clear gestures. So these are all things, none of these things do you need to be, an amazing dramatic actor or teacher, have a ton of energy. Eric has energy, but it's a relaxed, happy energy. And each one of these things that you've mentioned and that I've mentioned is an individual, practicable, masterable technique that you can employ, not just with this particular lesson or this particular story, but can apply to other lessons that you teach as well. That last comment from Renee, yeah, he explained really clearly what were the expectations of the students, how a student was supposed to interact or how they could succeed in that particular interaction. Let's use Judith's question as kind of a final thing. Eric, if you're willing to respond. Judith is asking, is it your general practice to use slides like that, posters and the little whiteboard? How much of this has been for the online setting?
Oh,
what's kind of your equivalent
I
practice in class?
Yeah, okay. I will let me preface this with I love being in the classroom and I love being in person with my students. I think it offers me a little bit more flexibility. And of course, I would have my board with my question words. And I could point, pause, write up phrases as we need to be accessible for students. So as far as like line setting, um, I really do what I in an online setting. As far as maybe I would like to have my little whiteboard to help to write down words as we go, because sometimes as we weave and move through the lesson to help with comprehension, or just use props here again to make everything as comprehensible as I can. But in again, in an in-person setting, I'd love to have everybody in person, be great. It allows a little bit more movement, a little bit more, I guess, personal interaction with students, but just with online, just do what I can as much as you can in the context of what I have.
Sure. Yeah, and you're being very resourceful. Just out of curiosity, do you in person, do you walk around with a little mini whiteboard to kind of write stuff down on the fly, or you just return to whatever your main board is or sideboard to do that kind of writing?
It's a good question. Usually what I do is I do not have a little whiteboard. I have my board because what I want to do is use that time when maybe we introduce that word or they need a little bit of help with it. It gives them processing time, the time it takes for me to walk
Does.
from where I'm in the room to the board to write it down. It gives everybody a quick pause to process, take a quick breath, put it on the board, and then we can go back to it.
Love it. Thanks, Eric. I find that that processing time is super valuable, and it can also, depending on how kind of the timing is, it can also build a little bit of anticipation sometimes and curiosity when you're moving from one part in the room to another. 100%. That's a good point. That also creates a record of the words that you can then recap or review with students. Well, great. I'm eager to see, and I'm sure students are too, to see how this leads into a story and the things that you do with that text then, Eric. So let's dive back in.
Okay. If I'm just gonna make one more quick note, if you don't mind, Justin, here before we jump back.
Eric.
Is you brought up the community building, and this is just an Eric Richards personal feeling. I feel like the community building is so very important with your class. And it's really to work it in. Again, the story's there. It's going to be great. You'll see that. But the community building is really that portional, authentic communication that I think really can make a difference as far as classroom management with your students. And that's something I'll talk to about anybody anytime. But for right now, we'll move on. I just want to kind of make that note that I think that's a very important piece is connections. So
lovely.
And thanks again for hanging out. I know this internet connection isn't great. Like unfortunately the internet company didn't listen to me and I said, hey, let's just do this tomorrow, guys. But so thanks for bearing with this. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna move into the reading section here, and you guys are really doing well. You really are at this maybe first contact with German. You're doing great. I really am impressed. So now we're just gonna take a minute. We're gonna read together. We're gonna read together in German. We're gonna read to class. I may ask some questions as we go along, and just do what you're comfortable with. And if you're not ready something, again, that's okay. Just let me know. But again, try to have fun. You guys are doing great. Really are. So let's jump in. This is the screenshot from Voces. This is the story all there. I just kind of broke it up again for our purposes today here online. But again, everything there, there's no recreation needed. It's all there. It's a great resource. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we are going to read. And again, the word's going to be parts when we read a word or maybe a structure you don't know, and that's okay. It's okay. No reason to feel anxious or get nervous. It's okay. We're going to work through this, and I realize there are structures we may not know, and that's okay. What I want to start with here is I am just going to listen. I'm going to read each sentence out loud in German, and I just want you to listen, and we'll go from there. Okay, give me a thumbs up if we are ready. Are we ready? Yeah? Yeah? Is everyone ready? Class, are we there? Uh-oh, did I freeze class? Are we okay? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's
Okay,
going fine, Eric.
I think
We
I
still got
froze.
you.
Is everyone there?
No, we still
Okay,
got
good.
you,
I was
Eric.
like, uh-oh. All right, then we'll get going. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna read loud in German. Okay. Es gibt ein Mädchen. Es gibt ein Mädchen. Sie ist in der Schule. Sie hat ein Problem. Okay. What I'm going to do, class, now is I'm going to say the sentence in German. And I would like everybody just to say out loud together in a choral response, what does that sentence mean in English? So, for example, we'll take our first sentence here. Es gibt ein Mädchen, and we're all going to say, there is a girl. So let's give this a shot with our first sentence. I'm going to say, es gibt ein Mädchen, and the whole class together is going to say what?
There is a girl.
There is a girl. All right, let's try that one more time. Es gibt ein Mädchen. Everybody is going to say,
There is a
There is
girl.
a girl.
There is a
Good.
girl.
Perfekt, sehr gut, Klasse. Sie ist in der Schule. Again, we're going to say this in English as a class. Sie ist in der Schule.
She
And
is
you guys
in
will all
school.
say,
She is at school.
very good. And I heard is in the school, she's at school, and those are all correct. Good work. Und sie hat ein Problem. Ein Problem. What does that mean, Klasse? Sie hat ein Problem.
Not a
She has
problem.
a problem.
Perfekt. Sie hat ein Problem. Gut. All right. So es gibt ein Mädchen, sie ist in der Schule und sie hat ein Problem. All right. Now, class, I want to stay with this, and I'm going to just ask you a couple yes or no questions, okay? And then I'll ask you a couple other questions. Gut? Gut. Okay. Klasse, ja oder nein? Ist sie in der Schule? Ist das Mädchen, ist the girl, ist sie
Yeah.
Yeah.
in der Schule? Ja oder nein?
Yeah.
Ja, sie ist in der Schule.
Sie ist in der Schule. Ja, Klasse. Und hat sie ein Problem? Ja oder nein? Hat
Ja,
sie ein
sie
Problem?
hat
Ja
ein
oder nein?
Problem.
Ja.
Yeah.
Sehr gut. So es gibt ein Mädchen. Sie ist in der Schule und sie hat ein Problem. Okay, Frage, question. Hat sie ein großes Problem, oder ein kleines Problem oder ein kleines Problem? What
Gross.
do you guys?
Gross.
Oh,
Weiß
groß,
nicht.
ja, so
Gross.
Mhm.
groß. People say, sie hat ein großes Problem. Oh nein, oh nein. Sie hat ein Problem und das Problem groß. Oh nein, oh nein, oh nein. Okay, Klasse, one more thing. She doesn't have a name. Let's give her a name. We're just going to make this one up, okay? And you can just volunteer up a name. It doesn't matter. Es gibt ein Mädchen, aber wie heißt, again, we're going to get that right one day. What's her name? Wie heißt das
Sophia.
Mädchen? What's the girl's name? Just throw it out for me.
Sophia.
Sophia.
Natalia?
Gut. Okay, so Sophia, ja. Und Sophia hat ein Problem. Und Klasse, ist das Problem groß oder klein? Ist das Problem
Groß.
groß oder
Groß.
klein?
Gross.
Groß. Perfect. Good. Good. All right, Klasse, we're going to keep going. Again, I'm going to read each sentence out loud. I would like you to follow along. You don't have to say anything. Sie hat kein Heft. Sie braucht ein Heft. Sie braucht ein Heft für die Klasse. Sie braucht ein Heft für die Klasse, aber, but, sie hat ein Heft. Oh nine, oh nine, oh nine.
Oh no.
Okay, Klasse. I'm going to ask you a couple of just yes or no questions. Klasse? And Sophia, yeah? Sophia. Okay. Klasse, ja oder nein? Hat Sophia ein Heft? Ja oder nein? Hat
Nein.
Sophia?
Nine.
Nein.
Nein, ja, nein,
Nein.
sie hat kein Heft. Und braucht Sophia ein Heft? Ja,
Ja.
oder nein? Ja,
Ja.
und sie
Ja.
braucht ein Heft, ja? Ja, das ist das Problem. Sophia ist in der Schule,
Mhm.
sie hat kein Heft, aber sie braucht ein Heft für die Klasse. Klasse, ist das gut? Ist das gut? Ja oder nein?
Nine.
Nein.
Nein. Das ist nicht gut. Das ist nicht gut. What do you think I'm saying when I'm saying das ist nicht gut? Das ist
That
nicht
is
gut.
not good.
That
It
is
is
not
not good,
okay.
yeah. Sophia hat ein Problem, ein großes Problem. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Okay, class, before I move on, I'm going to go back and I'm going to read one sentence in German and everybody just yell it out in English for me together chorally. So we'll go back and I'll say, sie hat kein Heft, and everyone is going to say,
She has no notebook.
She doesn't have any notebook.
perfect. I heard she has no notebook. Perfect. She doesn't have a notebook. Perfect. You're going to see the expression can vary. That's great. All right. Let's go to our next one. Sie braucht ein Heft. Sie
She
braucht
needs
ein
a
Heft.
notebook.
She
She
needs a
needs
notebook.
one for class.
Good. Und sie braucht ein Heft für die Klasse. What does that mean, class? Let's go together. Sie braucht ein Heft für die Klasse.
She
needs
needs
a
a
notebook
notebook
for
for the
class.
class.
Yeah, let's try this last one together. Sie braucht ein Heft für die Klasse,
She
aber sie hat kein Heft.
She needs a notebook
Needs a
for the
notebook for the
class,
class,
but
but
she
she
has
but she
has no
doesn't
notebook.
have one.
Perfect. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Sehr gut. Fantastisch. That was a big long sentence. Sehr gut. Okay, Klasse. Okay. Sophia ist nervös. Oh nein, oh nein, oh nein. Sophia ist nervös. Sie sagt, oh nein, ich habe ein Problem. Ich habe kein Heft. Ich brauche ein Heft. Ich brauche ein Heft für die Klasse, aber ich habe kein Heft. Das ist nicht gut. Oh nein, oh nein, oh nein. Klasse, eine Frage, eine Frage. Klasse, ja oder nein? Ist Sophia nervös? Ist Sophia nervös?
Ja.
Ja oder
Ja.
nein?
Ja.
very
Ja, sie ist nervös, ja. Und hat Sophia ein Problem? Hat Sophia ein Problem? Ja oder
Ja.
nein?
Ja.
Ja.
Ja. Und ist das Problem groß? Ist es groß oder klein? Ist das Problem groß oder klein?
Problem groß.
Fine.
Gross.
Ist groß, ja. Sie hat ein großes Problem. Oh nein, oh nein. Und Klasse, was ist das Problem? And if you can't tell me in German, that's okay. But we try to answer the question, was ist das Problem? What am I asking you, first of all, class?
What is her
What
problem?
is her
What is her
problem?
problem?
Is it?
Yeah, und was ist das Problem, Klasse? Sie
Sie
braucht
braucht ein
Nein,
Heft,
hat
aber sie habe kein.
Kein Heft.
perfect. I'm hearing it. You're right. She needs a
Ein
notebook.
Heft.
Sie braucht ein Heft. She doesn't have one. Sehr gut. Und das ist nicht gut. Und das ist nicht gut. Okay, sehr gut. Okay, Klasse. Let's go ahead to this one. I'm going to read this out loud in German, and then we're going to look at it together. Okay, Klasse. Ein Freund sagt, das ist kein Problem. Ich habe ein Heft für dich. Ich habe ein Heft für dich. All right. Class, let's take a minute and let's just make sure we understand. Let's look at the underlined phrase here or structure here. Ein Freund. Does anyone want to take a guess what ein Freund mean? Maybe does it look familiar to a
friend?
word?
A
A
friend.
friend.
Mr.
Perfect. Ein Freund. Perfect. Ein Friend.
Says.
A friend. Sagt. Gut. And let's look at this one here. für dich. Does anyone want to take a guess? Ich habe
For you.
ein Heft
For
for
you.
you. Oh, perfect. Ausgezeichnet. So let's do this. I'm going to read it in German, and you guys just Coralie, tell me what it means, and we'll go from there. Also, ein Freund sagt, das ist kein Problem. Everybody?
A
Friends.
friend
Friend
says that is no
says
problem.
that is a
It's
problem.
not a problem.
That is no problem.
I
Good, and
have
again,
a
I'm
book
hearing,
for you.
yeah, ich habe ein Heft für dich. I have a notebook for you.
Notebook for you.
Perfect, good. And I just want to go back again. I heard that is no problem. That is not a problem. Again, both expressions 100% correct. Very good. All right, Klasse, sehr gut, sehr gut. Das Ende. I'm going to give you a round of applause because you guys did awesome. If you guys want to give yourselves a round of applause, hopefully you're feeling confident. Hopefully you're realizing, hey, what we just did, you're feeling confident what you read and understanding. So I'm going to say that's das End. And then I think at this point, I'm going to say danke. You guys did sehr gut, fantastisch, ausgezeichnet, prima, so gut gemacht. And then I will turn it back over to Justin and Erica. And again, thank you so much for everyone being here and especially to the class. Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks so much, Eric. I got to change my camera battery real quick. Am I audible though?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love teaching this story when I teach German because it's so simple, but it has this kind of heartwarming effect.
Right.
Here we go. It has this heartwarming effect, so, like a simple, maybe a budding friendship, first day of school type story. I also happen to like it. I'll just say before I elicit some comments from folks is, you know, this is like the very first German interaction that people may have. Now in your classrooms, maybe you'll have had some other community building before a day when you first do this reading, but either way, it's very early in the year probably, and that's mirrored by this story as well, which again isn't an earth-shattering story, but it's kind of heartwarming in a simple sort of way. I'd love to hear now in a way that I didn't specify beforehand, but I'd love to hear from students first, just from folks who were students in the class, how that felt as a German learner. I know some of you had some or maybe a lot of German already, but many of you were new German speakers. How did that go for you? How did Eric make you feel about yourself as a German learner and about German and your understanding of it? Feel free.
I never spoke German before.
Speak aloud or to type.
I've never spoken German before, and I felt like I followed along really well.
Wow, that's really cool to hear. Thank you.
I think in my case, again, I took German a few years ago, but it felt like really relatable in the sense that it made me feel how my students might feel on their first class and how to help them feel less anxious and build their affective barrier by scaffolding a lot and repeating a lot.
Yeah, I love that. And thank you for that comment, Rocio. I see you also wrote in the chat that it didn't feel daunting, another way of saying that. Yeah, I would love to be a student in Eric's classes because I feel like in addition to helping me learn the language, it would just be a great sort of relaxing reprieve from the stress of the rest of my school day. Margarita says, doesn't seem too difficult to learn German this way. A German gets a rap for being a tricky to learn language, but this makes it feel manageable, says Margarita. Lovely. Manuela says the input was very comprehensible, understood everything he was saying, presumably because of the various techniques that we brainstormed earlier. And Rebecca points out that not only the language, but the directions or instructions or expectations were very clear at each step. And I'll just highlight or add a comment there that the importance of that cannot be overstated. Many of you already know this as teachers, the importance of setting clear expectations. I would go one step further, which is I've seen in my work, I spent a lot of time in other people's classrooms and coaching other teachers and also hearing from teachers what are some of their struggles. And I've noticed sometimes that some teachers who don't feel that successful, they think it's because of their teaching method, or maybe they even try Voces or another curriculum and say, it doesn't work that well. But when I visit the class, their teaching techniques, their language teaching techniques are actually pretty solid. The issues are with something else, something maybe more fundamental, like clear expectations or like classroom management or something like that. So it can't overstate how valuable those types of clear expectations and procedures are for even getting to the point of finding out, are my language teaching techniques working?
Mhm. Yeah, if I can jump in there real quick, not to cut anyone
Yeah.
off, it is I just kind of want to go back as Justin brought up the story, and this is actually the first story in the Voce's German curriculum. And what I think is really great about this story too is it allows you to kind of, you can see the cognates in it with ein Freund, and it allows you to work on some different things when you use cognates to really build that confidence with the students. I think confidence is a big part for students of language learning, and to say, hey, I can do this, and give them that sense of I can do this. And another aspect is, we're doing this here in the beginning of school, this is where they're at. That's the setting, and this is very relatable to school. These are real objects in front of them, and that they probably use every day. So it becomes very relatable and very real to the students. So I think that's a very plus of aspects of stories and Voces.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. I just wanted to recap. I was sort of taking notes the way that I would if I were observing a teacher in their classroom, and do a quick recap of things that we saw Eric do specifically during that reading time. Not just sort of pro tip techniques, but just literally as a reminder of all the things that we can do with students when we're reading a text. Things that I wrote down here on this envelope, which is my main place where I take notes. At my desk is the backs of envelopes. Anybody else do that? Okay, a couple people backs of envelopes. It's free paper.
Yeah.
So he emphasized before they went into the reading, said it's okay. There might be some words that we have not met yet. That's fine. I expect that. We'll kind of address that as we come to it. I think that's part of that expectation setting. It's both encouraging and expectation setting that that's going to happen, especially when you engage with a text. In other words, you don't just have a sympathetic speaker talking to you and making sure to use only words that they know and speaking slowly and things like that. Especially when we encounter a text like this, there might be some new words. That's okay, and there are going to be ways of working with that. Then Eric just did a basic read aloud. Don't underestimate the power of just reading to students. It's not just a kindergarten thing, but all through teaching high schoolers and even adults, a very simple read aloud. If you're in person, you can do that from the front and kind of pointing at items. Something I also like to do that's a strategy in literacy is something called read from the back of the room, where you do the same thing, but you stand kind of behind students so they see the words and they're hearing a well pronounced, well measured way of saying those sentences without kind of the movement and the visual distraction of our teaching bodies up there. I do it both ways. A lot of times I'll do the read from the back of the room as sort of a second read through. Like after doing the process that Eric just did, I'll let students hear it again all the way through, just with me reading from the back of the room and have that experience. That's often the first time students truly have the experience of getting the whole text in a connected form like that. And it can be impressive to students, their understanding like that. Eric did some choral translation to make sure that everyone was on the same page. He asked some comprehension questions about the story. In some cases, he did a little bit of circling, which is just a technique of sometimes asking yes or no questions, sometimes either or questions, sometimes more open-ended questions. Like, for example, he asked the open-ended question, was ist das Problem? What is the problem? He also asked, and I love this, this is really good to see modeled, even with such a simple story, he asked some questions that the story didn't have an official answer for, that allowed, that we hadn't seen the answer to yet, that allowed students to use some imagination, even with something as simple as what's her name? It draws in students. That's a question that any student can answer. And it's a good chance for, we couldn't tell what's going on in Eric's brain here, but he might choose the answer. Like for a simple creative question, he might choose the answer of a student who maybe less often feels like they answer well a linguistic question. That's a chance for that student to shine. And then he asked for some predictions, like is the problem a big problem or a small problem? The text doesn't say. You could also do that before and after. Like then you find out it's a missing notebook. Students might change their answer on, is that a big problem? When is missing a notebook a big problem? And when is it no big deal? And so on, depending on the the level and interactivity of your students. So predictions, some creativity. In the text itself, and you don't have to do this, but I noticed Eric did some color coding, some underlining, some different ways to call attention to different features of the text, and also make it okay, again, and yet another way for students not to be sure yet what a word is and to guess. Again, that's not something you have to do. That's Eric is not only an experienced teacher, but he was too bashful to tell you Eric was a finalist for National Teacher of the Year, and was the Central States Teacher of the Year. So Eric's been doing this stuff for a long time, and every year, right, we refine what we do. So Eric's had the chance to make some of these slides and color code and things like that. Eric did lots of comprehension checks, and last but not least, both during the lesson and at the end, there's a huge emphasis from Eric on praising students for their success, and naming their success. And there's actually a lot of evidence, sort of close with this comment and then give you some ideas of where to go from here. A lot of evidence that simply naming what students are doing, that they're doing well, even if you don't say, oh my gosh, you're so amazing, just saying like, wow, I love how you answered that question, or I love that you answered that question, or I love that you raised your hand, or I love that you had an idea. And even one step simpler, like class, wow, Erica just answered a question. Those little things actually train. There's a lot of in sort of the field of classroom management, and also in our own children, as in our offspring, like training and good behavior. Just naming things like that has a good pedigree. So thank you all for your presence. Thanks for all the questions and folks who jumped in to answer some questions. I love seeing both the excitement in the chat, and especially what people have been sharing about, like, wow, this makes it feel really doable. And I have some ideas now for diving into that first story with my students. I love that. This is not your last chance to ask questions. We have, of course, the 1 p.m. session, and we also have the survey. Does it, Erica or JJ or Lorena, does one of you have the survey handy? Even if it's been pasted in already. I see David paste it in again, just because people are making so many wonderful comments that it kind of goes up there. So thank you. Erica's just shared it again. And yeah, Rebecca pointed out that learning people's names and saying them frequently, that's one benefit of online instruction, is it says names right there, but of course we can recreate that with name cards and things like that. To give you a feel for what's coming up next today, we have, of course, at 1 o'clock, like we do every day, the Q&A session. We also have a specially added section at 12:30 that Aaron Amoranti is going to do on the Game Center and on games, because we had a lot of questions yesterday about how that was still kind of a mystical element for people. And I agree, it is for me too. I think partly because it's not right there within the curriculum. There's no point in the curriculum where it says the next thing you do is play this game. It's kind of an add-on. So I'm going to be attending that session so that I myself can get more of a refresher on those. So feel free at 12:30. I think that might just be in the main room, because I think that's the only thing that's going on. Am I right? At 12:30?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
The game, and then we go right into questions.
Okay, great. So feel free to take the next 15 minutes off. If you're not interested in that game session, or you have other stuff to do, feel free to rejoin at 1 p.m. Eastern time for the Q&A session. And feel free to use that link, that survey link, even outside the hours of this workshop. We probably won't keep checking it like a month from now, but certainly we'll check it after hours today and tomorrow and things like that. So use that liberally, submit it repeatedly, etc. So thank you all, and a really special thank you to Eric for taking time out of his summer to join us and teach, even when he didn't have to. I loved observing that as a fellow German teacher, and as someone who just enjoys seeing people who are good at what they do, doing what they do and learning from that. So thanks all for your presence. I'm gonna retreat from this breakout room and take a little break, and then be in the 12:30 game session. See many of you there, others of you at 1 o'clock. And if we don't see you at any of those, enjoy the rest of your day.